Let me tell you why I said that. You notice how somebody says, you know, something, they went through a lot, let's say, for a long time. And then all of a sudden, they fix whatever it was, or something just, you know, just fell into place. And they say, man, I should have been doing this a long time ago. I wish I would have started doing this last year. Or I wish I would have started doing this 5 years ago. Or I wish I would have done this, you know, I wish I would have known what I knew today. I wish I would have known that when I was 20, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that. But we still say stuff like that, don't we? There's nothing you can do about that. You can't do anything about when you were 20 if you're 25 now. Right?
Yep.
If you're 30, if you're 40. You can't do anything about the past. You cannot. The only thing you can do about the past is learn from it. That's the only thing. Or you will repeat it. You're doomed to repeat the past if you don't change your present. Notice, I didn't say change the future. I said change the present. Because if you change the present, the future will take care of itself. But if you don't learn from the past, you're doomed to repeat it over and over and over again. Okay?
Yeah.
You can make excuses, or you can make a way. You can make change, or you can stay the same. You can climb out of a hole, or you can dig it deeper. These are choices. It is not a sentence. It is a choice. So everything in life is about choice. Mark, we always think, oh, I'm the only one going through something. Because while you're going through something, you only care about yourself. I told you before, even as children, we're selfish. I didn't make that up. If you have a child, or if you go around a child, you see for yourself. That child don't care about being quiet when you really want to hear something. You're on the phone. You're talking to someone. That child don't even care. It takes a certain amount of years before they even respect your conversation. You could be talking to someone, they got nothing to do with it, and they jump and barge into that conversation. That is a sign of disrespect and selfishness. That's all it is. It's not that the child is bad, it's that they have bad habits. Bad habits are easier to acquire than good habits are. You know why? Because there's so many of them. There's so many of them. And there's so many people that can teach you bad habits. And we choose to listen to whoever we choose to listen to. The reason that I never bring you into my business is because I really like you.
Right.
You know, I really like you. And you are going to, if I know you well enough, I may say something like, you will probably do something to destroy our relationship. It won't be that you'll rob me of money or anything in the building. I don't think you're like that. What I do think is that you may bring a cancerous cell into my business, into my building, and that will tarnish our relationship because I take this very seriously. You guys know this. Talking about. Sometimes I'm right about people, sometimes I'm wrong. But when I'm wrong about someone, not only do I admit it, but I change it quickly. Do I not? I may give somebody some rope, and I give them enough rope. Like I said before, it's either the jump rope with it, double dutch, right? Work on your cardio, whatever, same rope, right? Tie it around your neck and jump off the highest bridge you can find. Either way, it's the same rope, so it could either be something of a toy or the executioner, right? But it's still the same rope. Mindset, she decided to listen to me because she was impressed by where I am in life. She listened and believed the stories of when I was her age, which I was when I started in the timeshare business, 25 years old. She had a choice. She got like 10, 15 people. For every one, remember I told you this before, for every one positive person you meet, you probably meet 10 negative.
Yep.
For every one. She's got more than 10 people telling her, you're crazy to go over there. He's going to use you. The person don't even know my name. They don't even know my government name. They don't know the situation. They don't know the situation was. And when I shared this with her, she was like, oh my God, but I'm going to share it with you so you understand. Those of us that have a lot of positive energy, we make people think that we're positive even when we're truly upset. Don't we? Notice how when people don't know me, they always think, oh, he's so positive. Oh my God, he's always positive. Some of you guys in here say, well, he'll go off on you. That doesn't mean I'm not positive. That just means I went off on you.
Yeah.
That's all it means. Don't ever get it twisted. That's why I say people use the term with me, they say mean. But ask anybody who truly knows me if that's the case. I promise you there's over 400 people at Colonial Crossing that will say I'm not mean. There are parents all over the country that will say I'm not mean. But I don't have to argue that. You learn business, right? I have a business degree, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if it wasn't for football, my mom wouldn't have been able to afford to send me to no Texas A&M. I would have had to go, if I was gonna go to higher learning, which I wouldn't have. I'm just telling y'all the truth, I wouldn't have. Probably wouldn't change who I am either though, but I wouldn't even been able to go to a community college. Which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a high school education, just so we're all clear. The high school equivalency just means that you finish the minimum basic skills of life. That's all. You can learn something to this point. Higher learning just means you can learn something to this point. You've completed. Doesn't mean you actually know it. It just means you pass tests. There are so many people that pass high school, college, and I mean they got all kinds of degrees. And I sit and look at them and wonder how. How did you get all these degrees and be this stupid? I don't care. I'm saying it the way it is. I'm saying it the way it is. I wonder, how did you live this long, let alone get these degrees and say that you finished something? Some people call it bragging. I would say it's an interview process. Because what is an interview if not bragging about yourself? Right? Technically, right? People always use words in terrible context. Oh, he's conceited. Oh, maybe he's confident. Why? To you, it's conceit. Do you know what that person's been through? You can't say somebody's conceited, arrogant, and all this other stuff if you don't understand what confidence is and where it derived from. Now, if somebody was given something on their life and they come and talk to you, oh, you don't have this, I'm better than you, and that's bragging. That's being conceited. My family's better than your family. I'm better than you. I look better than you. I make more money than you. That's bragging. But saying that I'm the best at this right here, I'm the best at, and you can prove it, that's just stating a fact. That's all that is. Don't be upset. That's being proud of what you did. If you don't have personal pride, shame on you.
Right.
Shame on you. Because if you don't think you did something good, then why should someone else think that? If you think you suck, then someone else should think you suck too. Don't get mad at them for saying you suck, because you already know you do. You already know you do. And all they're doing is stating a fact. That's all they're doing. Don't get mad at the person who actually has the guts. The guts to say it to your face. If someone has no fear of you, and they actually, one or two things, they either hate you or love you. Hate or love. Look. Right? Two totally contrasting words, right?
Yeah.
They both will tell you the truth. Won't they?
They should.
Somebody that hates you gonna tell you when you suck too. They really love to do it. They relevant in that, right?
Yeah.
Somebody that love you, they gonna say you suck too, but they gonna say it a different way, aren't they? But it still means you suck. You got something that you need to grow.
You're
right?
right.
Now be honest with me. How can you change your situation, your circumstance, if you're not willing to take that criticism, turn it into constructive, no matter who it comes from?
Exactly.
Whether it turns from somebody positive or negative, take it as what it should be. Turn it into fuel.
Right.
So, I tell Mark last week, don't worry about it, darling. Same thing I told her about the elections. You should have seen them people in there panicking when I was in there working out. They're like, how are you working out and just telling everybody calm down? I said, because the person who's supposed to win is going to win. It doesn't matter about what you see on TV right now. They're just making you watch this. That's it. Those electoral votes are going to go where they're supposed to be. He's already won the states he's supposed to win. We already know the man. And I'm going to tell you something. This is not about race. This is about a plan. That's all this is about. what Mitt Romney made the mistake of, which would have been a good candidate against Obama, much better than McCain was, is he made it a personal attack. A personal, oh, he's not really. See, this is where you lost a lot of Americans when you start talking like he's not really an American. When we know Hawaii is an American state. It's part of the United States, is it not?
Yeah,
you got one of the richest men in the world on television on your behalf, showing nothing but ignorance. I want to see his birth certificate. If it says he's a born in the United States, I'm going to donate $5 million to a charity of his choice. Why would Donald Trump say something like that? Why would you let him? You know he's old. You know Donald don't care about nothing but money. That's not the person you want as your spokesperson. You didn't see Bill Gates saying that. And Bill Gates is richer than Donald Trump. You had Oprah jump from the Republican Party to the Democrat Party because people don't want to be associated with ignorance and stupidity. They just don't. Tell the truth. Do you? Yeah, because I speak my heart. I speak my own heart. I'm not going to let you determine it. You. I'm not going to let you guys determine what I think of myself, what I want. The difference between Bill Gates and the bus driver is Bill Gates does not want to punch a clock in and then punch a clock out. He understands that once you punch the clock in, your money begins. Once you punch a clock to go home, your money stops. Commission? I'm sleeping and we're still making money. It's not that, like it said, take it for what it's worth. It's not bragging, is it? Don't mean not to say somebody working hourly is a slave. We need bus drivers. We need, clerical. We need nurses. Doctors are different, but we need hourly workers too.
They like what they do.
But right, they got like what they do. But don't ever, as an hourly person, knock a commission person. Because if you get a truly successful commission person, you're going to get embarrassed. You're going to get embarrassed. You have to be sold yourself on something that someone else is not sold on. Because the person that's not sold on it is going to give you all the reasons why it's going to fail. In the gym. Every time I speak, everyone converges on it. Because they don't know when I'll be there again. See, you guys might take advantage of it, take it for granted because you see me every day. Just like what I just did right there. You don't know there's so much in my mind to teach you that, Em just said, oh my God, she's been around me since she's 18. I just showed her something new all of a sudden. That means there's a lot in me that you don't know. So as soon as you don't take care of something good, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. And someone else is going to come scoop it up, just like the song says. You dropped your dime, I picked it up. Joe, don't get mad at me because I picked up your dime that you dropped. Right? Just so happened when they pick up their dime, now you want your dime back. It's too late. Too late. The reason why I seem to know so much about people is because I have a very strong passion for people. I am a people watcher. I am. I am a creature of habit. But so are you. We are creatures of habit. Males know other males without even having to know them if they're in touch with their own male. Right? So now think about this. People that tell you something negative, everyone. People that give you a negative vibe, if you don't get away from them, you will become them. There is just no way around it. Somebody's going to transform. Someone's going to transform. Either you're going to transform into what I am, or I am going to transform into what you are. So what we have to do, if we're really friends, we have to look at the better of the two. Right?
For real.
And the one that is weaker doesn't mean you're bad, it just means you can learn from me. Or I can learn from you. My thing is, in the long and the short of it, don't live your life in somebody else's vision. Don't let their vision be your limitation. Don't let what they say be your reason for living. You hear me? I don't care who it is. If it's negative and does absolutely nothing for you, change it. Maybe they'll change too and you'll be happy because your friend will come along with you. But if they don't, be okay. Love yourself enough to be alone. So what's wrong with us? We always gotta have people validating us. We always gotta have people around us, or we miserable. That means you don't love yourself. If you gotta have a lot of people around you to enjoy yourself, you are a miserable person. You're boring. You're ridiculous. You're sorry. But I'm just calling it what it is. Because you are afraid of yourself. You're afraid of being by yourself.